Oh, hello, and welcome to day 2 of the Food in Uncertain Times conference. We are so glad you joined us this morning. Yesterday, we heard from some amazing bakers, millers, and culinary historians who are seeking to decolonize the practice of baking and brewing by using grain as a vehicle for revolution. Today, we continue that road to revolution by taking a step back and examining resiliency in our food system. This year has brought on many challenges, from a global pandemic to a failing economy, presidential election, and countless acts of racial injustices. While it has been difficult to digest all the elements of 2020, the hope we have in navigating this new normal is in one another. Today, on day 2 of this conference series, we examine navigating a new normal in our current food system. We appreciate everyone for taking the time out of their day to do so. By listening to one another, learning each other's stories, and earnestly seeking to expand our perspectives, we can strengthen our ability to be resilient.
While we are all experiencing a new normal, what it looks like to navigate life within these new parameters is different for everyone. To some, it might look like a new home office, while to others, it might be investing in more PPE to wear to work. Some parents are juggling how to balance work and their childcare, while others have taken on the role of homeschool teacher. Service workers have adjusted to new uniforms and protocols while trying to balance their own finances with the pause and digression in work. Many of us have also had to face the harsh reality of losing work and income without adequate financial support. As the theme of today's conference, to us navigating a new normal means seeking out voices and stories of others to best understand our own role in today's food system and greater society. We seek to do this through conversations on alternative food economies, storytelling, and autonomy and inclusion. The impacts this pandemic and simultaneous civil uprising have on our food system amplify pre-existing flaws while showing the momentum toward a more equitable and just future. We want to know what navigating a new normal means to you. Please share your thoughts with us through our conference channel. This channel will act as our chat room for today's participants to interact with one another, ask questions, and share their own stories. Well, we will be hanging out on there all day today as well, so come say hi.
One of the positives 2020 has brought us is our continued use of digital platforms like the virtual conference you're attending right now. Today is brought to you by a group of Chatham University students studying at the Falk School of Sustainability and the Environment. Together, we make up the last class of Eden Hall Fellows at Chatham University. The Eden Hall Fellowship is a great honor as it represents an opportunity to uphold the legacy of Sebastian Mueller, a philanthropist and once director and vice president of the H.J. Heinz Company. Mr. Mueller's legacy lives on through the Eden Hall Foundation, which has graciously made today possible. Mr. Mueller was an orphan immigrant from Bavaria who came to Pittsburgh to work at the Heinz factory in 1884. He began as a laborer and soon became a leader. He was passionate about providing healthcare and financial benefits to female factory workers, which was uncommon at the time, as females in the workforce were often overlooked. After his wife and 3 children died from various illnesses, Mueller purchased land north of Pittsburgh and established Eden Hall Farm, a retreat center for working women and now the location of Chatham's Falk School. Through our work as Eden Hall Fellows, we seek to uphold Mr. Mueller's legacy of uplifting the overlooked and disenfranchised. Not only is it an honor to study at Eden Hall Farm, but it's our responsibility to seek out opportunities to broaden our platform and pass the mic.
During today's panel sessions, we seek to share stories of resilience, hearing from those whose work is essential to a more equitable future. Our first panel will commence at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and will focus on alternative economies. The food economy, as we know it today, is inaccessible to many people in this country. This panel will explore how we can utilize alternative food economies while still operating within a capitalist structure. Participants will explore systems and structures such as cooperative models, sliding scale, mutual aid, and equitable labor rights. Our second panel will begin at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Panelists will discuss how foraging, fermenting, and food preservation provide opportunities to diverge from a for-profit food system. The speakers will share about their own paths toward food sovereignty on an individual and community level. The final panel, Storytelling and Social Change, will start at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Food narratives are a source of empowerment, and listening is a constant opportunity for connection. The panelists will speak to the role of food in communication and the ways our stories about food can strengthen communities and spur social change.
Thanks again for joining us today for our conference, Navigating a New Normal. We hope to see you throughout the day at our 3 panels. After our first panel ends at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be breaking for lunch. And if you'd like to stay tuned on your screen, we'll also be showing a special food demo with Chef Yusuf Benrella. To keep up with the schedule of today's events, you can visit the CRAFT website at craft.chatham.edu. If you have any questions, we'll be on standby, and you can feel free to reach out to us on our Slack channel or by emailing or calling us directly. Finally, we'll be releasing a survey at the end of the day, and the first 50 registrants to complete the survey will receive a special swag package in the mail containing a custom face mask, stickers, local art, and more, so be sure to fill it out. Thanks again for being here, and we hope you enjoy the conference. And if you stay right where you are, our first panel, Alternative Economies, will begin shortly.